Right, hello everyone. Just doing. I'm back here with a quick update on the Chinese, the Chibson Les Paul Custom. By rights, it should have been done by now, but the owner was in no rush to get it. I've been rushed off my feet this week. I've had an influx of stuff come in. I've had some big jobs on, and I've been busy with other stuff, so I've not got round to it. But what I did do with it was, I think on my last video, part 2, I was prepping to get the electrics in, and I did that. I got the electrics in, and nothing worked. And I'm thinking, I know these electrics. I know how to do these electrics. Why is it not working? And I put it down to the cheap wiring on the freeway. There were two coming from the freeway itself. So if you got wires going to each volume pot, as you do, there's an earth and there's a thing in there. I forgot, because everything was earthed anyway. I didn't see. I just saw one thick blue and one thick yellow wire. So I went and soldered them to the centre lug on the pot there. Not thinking about the earth wire, never crossed my mind. Realised, because it just looked like a thick blue, I'm going to show you what I mean. The thick blue and yellow ones in there. And I just soldered them onto the pot, as you do. And did not realising, I thought it was just a single cord, just thick wire, and not realising there's an earth wire in the centre. So nothing worked, I couldn't realise. So, took all the electrics out, did them all again, as you do. Now, I decided what I normally do is, if I'm doing electrics, because of problems you normally get, bear with, I normally cut a piece of hardboard and I match the holes to the pots on there. I make a jig like so, and that will match. There you go, that matches there. And I build it all on the jig, and I wire it all outside the guitar. That means taking the pickups off and all that stuff, and it's a bit long-winded, but it's the best way to do it. Anyway, so I got it all done, realised this mistake with the wire, so I redid it all. Putting my guitar back together, this three-way, the cheap crappy three-way, which I've got a load of these in stock luckily, it kept falling to bits. These things. The top kept falling off, so I managed to repair it and I'll put it back. But yeah, let me show you the electric. I just wanted to show the electrics because I'm going to get onto the neck in a minute. Now there's the electrics, they're all in. I've got two big sprawl caps in there, all the wiring's done, it's all checked. We just alpha pots in there, 500k, linear and logarithmic. All the electrics were absolutely okay now, that's fine. What I wanted to do was, I was also commissioned to put on a new nut, which I've done. Have a look there, I'll show you. There's a nut. This is a Graphtec nut. It's made of what you call Tusk, T-U-S-Q. It's man-made ivory. I've fitted that. It doesn't fit super brilliant. I mean, it's much better than the one that was on there. So that's fitted. So the nut's on. Now the problem I've got with this, I've got fretwork to do. But the thing is, I was checking the neck for level. Now the neck is level, luckily. And I'll tell you why it is lucky. I mean, I use these things, neck level checker. But it is level. There you go. Take the word for it's level. But it's not like a normal Gibson truss rod in there. They normally have it's like a socket goes over top. Not with these, it's just an Allen key inside. Now, I've got a set of Allen keys, a good set of Allen keys by McAllister. It's super hardened steel. I've got every size Allen key you could possibly need for guitar work. What have I found with this guitar? I don't have an Allen key that fits that, rather too big or too small. So I'm not adjusting it, I'm not touching it, I'm leaving it as is. At the moment, it's not adjustable. And until I find out otherwise, I'm not going to adjust it, I'm going to leave it, that's level anyway. Now what I've got to do is, I've got frets to level it, and this is my other big problem with these Chinese guitars. I've marked off all the frets that need levelling and where they need to be levelled, and I'm just gonna, rather than bring my camera over, I'm going to run this. And you'll see on the fretboard, starting here, you've got a green mark, and starting there is green marks all on the frets where the frets are high. And I'm just going to take you around. Look. Second fret there, that's the second one, there, it's marked off, and then come down and we start looking, we're starting from a 9th fret here, that's the 9th fret. Look at the green, I've got all along the rest of the frets. They're all over the place, these frets. They're absolutely uneven all down. Now, I'd normally if there's a couple of frets, or 3 or 4 or 5, 6, like I thought it was 5 or 6 at the time, I'd level them just off the guitar as it is, and I'd go along with me this. I'd take some off the top with me file, and I come and recrown them with this. It's concave, it's got a groove in there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have to put the guitar on my jig to do that. The more man hours here, but that's how I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go across with my leveling bar, make sure all the frets are super level, and I'm going to recrown them again. I'm not going to charge no extra for it because I already gave the bloke a price, and it's a good price. You know, but I don't really want to charge him anymore. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get that done. Maybe tonight, maybe not. So that's it. But I just wanted to go through what I think is wrong with these Chinese guitars and why you really shouldn't buy them. Now, showing how I do the work, I always cover, because I did have an accident before where I damaged someone's guitar doing the frets, did not realising, didn't have this bit covered, and I put a dink in the wood of the guitar. And I ended up taking the guitar to Leicestershire Luthier down there, Nigel Roberts down there, and he had to do a bit of paint repair for me. Now it cost me, with petrol and that, it cost me 170 quid, whereas the job, it only come in for a setup, so it was a 35 quid job, and it ended up costing me 170 notes, so I'm not going to make that mistake again. So what I use is, another tip from Nigel Roberts, was he uses this, it's a Scotch 3M tape. It's a waterproof tape, it's thicker and tougher than normal masking tape. And what we do is we put on two layers, and if we do slick with a file, we're not going to put a ding in the body, so we use that now, so I use that now. So that's that. But now, bugbears with this guitar, what do I think's wrong with it? Too many things to mention really. My biggest problem with this guitar is the bridge. And I'm going to show the bridge press. I've shown you this before, but I'm going to show you again. Look how much these things move. That moves at the top 3 mil easy. I'm going to show you, I'm going to put this on. There's a saddle up. How much is that moving? It's disgraceful. So that is a real big problem on these guitars. So that's it. All I need to say now, what I would do with that is, I'd take the posts out, these posts here, and I'd remove the studs they sit in. I'd replace these. It's one of the first things I do, because you're never going to get good tuning with this. I'd remove these, put proper fitting ones in, and I'd get a new bridge as well. So I'd replace that. I'd also replace the pickups, because the pickups on this are rubbish. So that's where we are with this guitar. What I'm going to do now is, I'm going to put the frets on, get the frets done I mean. I'm going to get them all level, and I'm going to restring it, and I'm going to set it up best I can, and I'm going to let the have it back. So until I get back next time, be good to each other. I'll talk to you soon.